Okay, you join us on Warrington Road, and we've got two the victorious Glazebury players with us. Jack as captain and Tom as man of the match. Jack, first of all, if we can come to you, what does this mean to you and your family to finally end the Glazebury trophy drought?
Well, obviously the team put in the performance, it's all about the team, but at the end of the day the Warhurst was captain and we saw it through to the end, and it's a good time to eventually get the Warhurst name on that trophy.
You must be so proud of your players, they really fronted up today.
Yeah, all 10 of the players, I mean, they stepped up to the mark at the end of the day. It's, every player wanted it. We could tell that from the off. We wanted it more than what they did. And every player turned up and gave their a little bit into the game, and yeah, I'm impressed.
Tom, you must be, obviously you got the man of the match, but it was an explosive start by your team. You must have been pleased with that.
Yeah, they did absolutely fantastic, yeah. Obviously disappointed not to come on a bit earlier bowling, but you've just got to take your chances when you can. Come on third change, and
I mean,
made a really good
you've
effort.
got to have a decent captain for that though, haven't you, to be honest?
No, absolutely, yeah.
So,
I think it brought me on at the right time in the end.
Yeah.
You just fucking get it in there. Like, all right, you should have come on earlier.
When you say the end, obviously we bowled him out in 27 overs, so he obviously didn't fancy you early on.
Yeah, to be fair though, can't blame him. Been injured for a lot of the season. Obviously he's got to go with his in-form bowlers, hasn't he? Luckily the conditions favoured me today, so I managed to take 5 wickets and went a long way to winning the game for us, which I'm pretty pleased about. So I think good captaincy and good play all round, really.
Jack, Tom's been quite humble there. I think his spell was devastating, wasn't it? It became a different game of cricket after you gave him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, like Tom says, he's probably worthy of coming on a bit earlier. After seeing his first spell, it was a bit iffy with when we had Johnny. He couldn't really decide on which end we was going to bowl Johnny at. But then Tom came on and kind of mopped up, really shown them what we could do with the ball. Tom swung it a lot, troubled the batsman, and he took the important wickets at the end of the day. We wouldn't be stood here now probably with the trophy if Tom hadn't done what he'd done in that spell. So I don't think he knew it. I mean, we had a conversation before the start of his spell about kind of that end and what it was giving, what it wasn't. We didn't feel like there was much to come from that end. It was more kind of hold that end up and let the other end take the wickets. But Tom came on board and I don't know, he smashed it at the end of the day. He was ready, he was prepared, he was in the zone for a cup final fixture, and that's exactly what he's shown throughout his ball.
And that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of hype before the game about players turning up and being ready for the game, and I think it was a good atmosphere leading up to the game. I don't think anyone
It's good journey on the coach. Preparation was excellent.
Yeah.
Some fair play to Westminster Park. They got to the final. They beat some good sides, but at the end of the day, they came up against a good side today.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I think just to reiterate what Jack said, really. I mean, I've not had the best of seasons, obviously, through injury and that. I mean, Jack showed a lot of faith in me today to even bowl me at all, to be fair. I think before today, I'd probably bowled 4 overs in the last 3 months.
Right.
So to bowl me in a final, you know, obviously as paramount as it was today, especially because of the partnership that they had going at that particular moment. He could have brought Sam on from that end. He could have brought Dave on. He could have switched Johnny back. You know, I'm pretty pleased with the faith he did show in me, and hopefully I rewarded his great captaincy.
Absolutely. And Jack, just moving on to the Glazebury innings, you must have been pleased with Lordy there at the top of the card. He really took the game to them, didn't he?
Yeah, all season he's been kind of a hit and miss batsman. To be honest, he's been more hit than more miss. But I mean, he walked into the middle. He knew what he had to do. He hit his 50, which probably did win us the game at the end of the day. He hit the 50 in rag time, and every batsman that went in after it felt less pressure because of what he'd done. And Yeah, Dean deserves a lot of credit after his performance today.
Absolutely.
He batted superb.
I think massively. I think a 50 in a low-scoring game like that is currency.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I mean, you get teams turning out a score of 120, and you get a guy scoring 50 on your side. He's the driver for the team, and I mean,
absolutely. And he was prepared to play positively from an early stage. And then even when he was out, his dad came in, Chris, and Chris took the fight to them as well.
Yeah. I mean, every batsman that went into bat, it was great to see how focused they were. Like everyone, we knew how much this meant to the club and meant to each individual player. And everyone that went out to bat with a purpose. Like you could say that they came out to bat and was a bit swingy and kind of went for everything. But I'm very impressed with our guys. They turned out. They wanted to play cricket, and the batsmen really performed today.
Right.
And I think just to butt in, I think you won the toss. Is that correct? Yeah. I think winning the toss and playing to our strength today, which is clearly our bowling.
Yeah.
Our batting in the first 11 has been slightly suspect, I think, for the first half of the year. On, I would say, a batting track today, even though it was very windy.
It was a good deck today.
Absolutely fantastic for batting on. Absolutely no movement off the seam whatsoever. Very, very true. I think to stick with our bowlers after winning the toss was an inspired decision, and I think that won us the game ultimately.
Very good.
And also, I think good decision to change people's ends. Johnny took a really, really vital wicket coming on at the uphill end, bowling from the downhill end. He took a really, really paramount wicket. I think that was also part of the change of the game as well.
Big moments. I think that was the key today. That, in the big moments, Glazebury were the better side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think a couple of times we had, like Paul said, our foot on their throats, and we did relinquish that a little bit. In the end, so we did knock them up.
Yeah.
And
Jack,
it was an easy target to chase down in the end.
Jack, just to finish with you, it's obviously it must be a big moment for your family. Obviously, your family's ingrained in the very fabric of Glazebury Cricket Club. Obviously, your dad's still playing. You're there. Your uncle Dave, your late granddad's a big player at this club. What does it mean today?
I mean, it's everything at the end of the day. I mean, I can, even if it was to hang my captain boots up tomorrow, I mean, I've achieved what everyone would be proud of in the family. I mean, it was a great day for the cricket club. At the end of the day, we welcome any player that's going to play as part of Glazebury, and I think today, like everyone's shown that they were playing for Glazebury Cricket Club. Like, obviously, I know I've got a lot of history behind the club, but I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of history behind Glazebury. It's not specific to the Warhurst family, but I think we did ourselves proud today. I mean, every player can walk away from today's game and know that they played an important role.
We're in here.
Brilliant. They wore the shirt with pride, mate. Thanks very much for your time, Tom and Jack, and enjoy your evening.
Cheers, Mel.
All right.